How's it going? I'm just hanging out, doing some tarot for myself. If you have a question or you want to jump in, my prices are on the subject line. I'm just kind of trying to think of, basically, I'm just plotting my next step, um, where I want to go, what I want to do in life. And I'm using the tarot to try to help me kind of resolve that and figure out, like, what I want to do and where I want to go. Because the problem that I'm kind of running into is that, I'll be honest, you rely on certain streams of income, and I've seen a dip in the clientele as far as like the personal lines that I read for. Um, and so that's had its kind of, practical, I don't know if you want to call them issues or discrepancies, but that's made very kind of actual, um, the practical, you know, results of that when the finances aren't, where you'd like them to be. So I'm just kind of using the tarot part, and I'm trying to get the garbage out of the shot and try to get comfortable at the same time. So, yeah, it's just kind of a, thing that you got to try to figure out. So right now I drew for myself the Devil card, and to me, I'm interpreting the pillar here at the center of the Devil card to be like an obligation, essentially. Your responsibilities, and I think that we could always cut bait to a certain extent. Um, you could always move back home. You can always, but I think that there's a certain amount of freedom you're paying in freedom, no matter where you go. Is how it's coming across. So the freedom of being at home is just everything, walking in your own air, free reign, just creature comforts. But maybe the plus side is like socializing, but not really because the people at home. So in a way, I think that there needs to be a part that, that's me looking at my hairline, that needs to recognize that might not be the solution. I think financially it could help, but I don't know if it's a solution. So that's a curiosity. Let's see. Let me just move these boxes because they're bugging me. And while I'm at it, I'm just here. Let's see. Nice. I need 10,000 people to watch me clean. So the pillar for me represents obligation. This is saying, okay, look, you could easily walk away from your circumstance here. You could easily take this off, right? Boom. But the chain is, the ego, essentially. It's your concept of how you feel things should be versus how they are. And I think we get caught up because there's versus what we're manifesting and asking, which is in time. And so, is my bald spot so bad here? My hairline? Can I do a comb over? So this is another recent attribute to my identity crisis. Just joking. So manifesting in time. So say I know that there's monies, I know that there's clients to be had, and I need them here in this box, in this space, in the form of calls, deliveries, life coach, what have you. And so man says, hey, I'm able to talk to God, and I'm able to manifest. I'm able to send them to where I need to be. And that's manifestation in a nutshell. But man's knowing, I know I could do this. I know I can manifest. Right? That requires that kind of time constraint. But that timeline is always coming for him. He's always running ahead, trying to essentially escape the Sith of the Grim Reaper, Saturn, time. Yeah, if you're this little man running, maybe that'll count for something. So, quite literally, we're up against, the Grim Reaper, Saturn, Chronos, time. And sure, maybe when it comes down to the wire, a ladder is thrown down at the last second. But I don't think man is satisfied, because what kind of life is that? To kind of always be on the run, fleeing to the next miracle. And I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but are miracles ever one after another when you need them? And so these are concepts, right? The concept of, and typically a manifestation, it's based on a fundamental reality, right? I've been here before, I know that this happens, X, Y, Z, low tide, high tide, or you can even obviously use your higher faculties and try to forecast and be like, okay, well, what's the next thing? right? If my markets are saturated, right? If I do tarot, if I do food deliveries, those markets are saturated. Then, what's the next thing? And if it's coming from a place of, oh, I want to live a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, a certain way wants to be had, a certain way wants to be lived. So I think that that's another kind of caveat is, you know, hey, look, a certain, way wants to be is how it's coming across. So, I don't mind being in front of a camera, vamping, learning, teaching, whatever. I wouldn't mind that. Because I think everything comes down to what are you willing to do. There's going to be a willingness of what you're, what are you going to be doing anyways as you're waiting to try to, figure out, X, Y, Z. In that in-between time between, and really manifestation, there's the intent. I am probably understanding manifestation as that in-between time where it's baking in the oven, and then the miracle is that the fucking cake is baked. Okay. And then over time, it's not a miracle because it's becomes it's traditional. Yeah. But my point is that, okay, manifesting clients to come here, da 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 da. Let's say we do a fishing line in the water as we wait for fish to bite. And the man is fishing, he's kicking, he's leisurely, he's whatever, but it's not enough, so maybe he has to put his line in a different pond too. Right? That's what we're doing here. So, point being is that the in-between time is probably just as important as the setting the intention. My intention is to make more than enough money doing tarot to the point where I could nix food deliveries. That means callers, clients, readings, all that. And so the idea is, okay, well, you better put your fishing line in that water pond. Put yourself out there. Right? Okay. And then in the in-between, you're vamping, teaching, talking, whatever. Still trying to ruminate what the best move is. You know what I'm saying? I got a credit line of 1,000. It's February. Okay, rent is paid. I got a month. I could apply that to March, or I could move. But where am I going? I'm going to Phoenix. Okay. Why? Because you still got to do the pillar of the pillar of privilege, the pillar of poverty, the pillar of petulance. That is. We'll call it upkeep. You know, debt, rent, bills, groceries, food, clothes. Now, one said, "Oh, just move home," you know, or whatever. But then it's like, okay, well then, you know, you really don't have like that kind of like free reign or something. I'm just checking out my head and my hair. So then it becomes, well, you know, what sacrifices or what lifestyles or what are you willing to do? You know, in order to, you know, succeed. Because you live in a home, sure, maybe there's company and family, but that gets old. And then habits, lifestyle, drinking, smoking. Maybe you're associating that with back home, old friends. Little trickle of money, but then what about in the in-between? You know, how do you spend your time? Okay. Music, exercise, run, just we'll call it existing. And then whatever. Being all that stuff. So you're doing that here, but that's costing a higher rate. And you're saying, well, as I'm doing that, because I'm going to be doing that anyways here, right? Club Med. But there's not enough here to sustain the level at which, with the freedom, that's plus freedom, that you're doing it, which is your own place. So another practical mind says, well, sell everything to get money to move, to go to another place that is more affordable. To exist and be and just subsist and exist. Like just in general. Or even with like numerology, like I'm, you know, using numerology, using certain numbers, and all that stuff. I will do this. We'll do both. I'll literally cut my hair on camera. I don't give a fuck. Ah. This is the Virgo in me, by the way. So, sell everything in this month. Paid. So you get money. And then when you're nice and sold low, items are sold. Then you say March, give your 30-day, and then leave end of March to Phoenix, I think. Then you'd need a place that's lower in money. You know. And then, because again, the idea of the pillar of petulance here is like overhead, all the shit that you don't want to do to make ends meet, to make bills, expectation. There's also taxes to be paid. So, where do you see yourself? Because if you go home, so you're saying that in any event, whether you go to Phoenix or whether you go home, it's still going to require selling stuff. I mean, the only other alternative is to make enough, fish enough to, or a job, buy, move, in, which is like however much crazy money. Right? So you're looking at you sell everything to lighten load, or miracle fish, or job. Now I feel innately that I will choose miracle fish, meaning like fishing for clients, fishing for opportunities, things like that. I'm just talking in shorthand right now. But and I think the premise is like, well, because in the in-between time, I'm faith, numerology, all that stuff. So it's like determining what you jump or not. But if you look at it for the sake of like, you can borrow to move. But if you go somewhere, you're still kind of doing the same thing, right? And then now you're just kind of acquiring more debt. So in a weird side quest, it's kind of like get away from deliveries. Get off deliveries. Yeah. Cheers. I mean, even if you were killing it, I'm just thinking, talking out loud, by the way. But feel free if you have a question or write a question. Even if you were killing it, it still require work, cows. And then just something that you kind of do in perpetuity. I mean, unless you could save, but I don't think that you'd be able to burn enough to save. Unless you got a car. With 1K. Sounds like a drag. Yeah. Hi, this is Dylan. Yeah. So the question is, did you receive a sign to be a preacher specifically? Okay, let me see. Let me look. 1 second. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Something involved with, getting your feet wet in that direction, I mean, I'm looking at a church here. I'm looking at the inside of a church. I'm looking at, the energy of moving into the church. Most definitely. So something in that regard, you know. Yeah. So is there a question there? Can you say it again? Is he letting the boys go? You and the boys go? I feel like it could come back, you know? So I don't know that this is done and over with. Hmm. I feel as though that you should continue to pray for him. I think you have to start implementing the practices of a preacher and, refer to prayer as opposed to battling as much. All right, hon? Now in the Lord. So you're asking me if you should. So you want to be a preacher? Too funny. Funny. So you want to be a preacher? Preacher, preacher. So, not thinking that the car is my style. I mean, you could venture into it maybe, but it's like, eh, just feels like just feels complicated, you know, that option. It's an option, but it feels complicated. And then the idea of like, okay, we'll get like a billing clerk job that's working for others, technically. Or just like YouTube more. But then isn't that always like, if the spirit moves you to do so? So, and I like the kind of passivity of the channels that I read for. You know, that's one of the, main things of like, I feel like, where they get you. So there's like this, like, So when I log down to the camera for the channel that I read for, they give you like an inverted view of yourself. It's trippy. So, but you're saying that the time isn't worth the squeeze for like deliveries or like driving, things like that. So, and then there's like the traditional work route of like making as much money as you can with responsibility, accountability, adhering to people, being a part of it, and then you do that for the money to pay all the bullshit to have things and have a life, I guess. Sober life. Sober life, in my case. Sober life. You know. Sober life. And you're saying one of the things that's keeping you from that is that you vowed, you took a vow not to do that. And then there's a mid, which is maybe less, but whatever. And then the same thing, less responsibility, less know-how. But why did you not want to do that? Why did you say no to that life and that? You left there for the money, you know, and you weren't sober, that's for sure. Go back there sober, and the only reason why you don't want to is because you said that you wouldn't. And the reason why you said you wouldn't was because you felt that there would be enough here to do that. but you feel like that's saturated with a bunch of different lines. And I guess with deliveries as well, to be honest. What about something in a different industry, like music or something? I see myself getting callers like hotcakes. I see myself getting email inquiries like hotcakes, getting responses on life coach offers and opportunities. The same coming in, new and old. And I get to help people with that. Right? That's the level 33, wealth, 28, oops, 8, money, 8. Energy of money, right? And so you see callers on callers on callers, whether it's phone or messenger, and that's enough to sustain 3,000 a year or 3,000 a month. No variables, but more for that, more than that. Okay, and it's cool and it's exciting. You can help people. People really want to know. People really want to learn. Okay, great. How does that feel? Exciting, grateful, happy. Thank you for that. And then you chill and relax in the meantime, or you teach in the meantime. Because all of that is just like the vision slash the intent. Type. Right. And then in the meanwhile, you let it go, you set it, forget it, and then the actual occurrence or comeback is the thing. So I've already done that, I've already figured it out, it's already done. Callers, blessings, opportunities that are in line with where I want to move. Working smarter instead of harder, all that stuff. Okay, great, cool, bingo, bango. And then in the in between, you're kind of maybe doing tarot live stream. But I would like to see like what the next step would be, though. Is there still a walking away as you're doing that from this big pillar? Can you reduce this to a nothing? Chain is a relation, it's a sequence, it's around the mind, the concept of limitation. You always have that imagery of like a horse having a string tied around its neigh. Neigh, shenanay, Martin, not Martin, marching in the spring, ocean, ocean, just doing word association here, folks. um, reduce it entirely. Because it's like what's the freedom that it's costing to keep all this stuff? The freedom that it's costing is the freedom to not have to generate as much. But then that shouldn't be a problem because remember, it's already coming in, right? We set our vision, we set our intention. The in between is acts and services and works that are chipping away at that cause. And then the miracle comes. So you can't necessarily say, what can you say in that regard? Because the stay here, the stuckness, the chain around the neck is the staying here physically, locally, right? And is that keeping you away from someone or something? And then the woman is of the past, and maybe the memories, or imagine nothing had memories or emotion attached to it. What would you do then? How quickly would you get rid of it? You know? So, stuckness in the chain, maybe it's lethargy too, but maybe the space is feeding off your energy. The torch below is implying that you don't have your own direction and that you can't make it elsewhere, maybe. I wouldn't even say that the pillars of the work, because the work can be done anywhere. It's just if you're going there, if you're going back home, then okay, whatever little money you do have to get your shit together, then it goes to bills or rent or whatever. And then maybe the societal stigma of these, whatever. So you're saying the pillar is like the fading memory of what this used to be, or home, or And the lack of or being chained here is like the lethargy of the comfort that it's lulling you into. And that there's life to be had, and you can do anything, and you have the light within yourself. And that maybe the knowing of what you want to do comes from going out there, exploring, and whatever. Because the chain represents like lack of a certain amount of freedom. You know. Maybe in the form of, so could the chain represent lack of money? Because it negates, it limits your space. What's that chain represent to you? Because traditionally the torch being pointed down is you can't see a way out of this. You can't see a future. You don't have a vision. Right? But then being chained here reminds me of shades of what this place used to be. Because there's the feminine, and it's obligation and responsibility. And then for some reason or another, it just makes me think of like bills and overhead, because that's the context of this reading. It's like overhead and obligation and bills and what you're chained to. But what you're arguing is that having this shorter leash or distance is better than having to do circus tricks while being chained, or a job or whatever. But then there's this sense of like, well, what can I do? What should I do? What should I want to do? You know, what other direction? And then it just kind of keeps on telling me like, just to keep on having faith and to keep on having hope, to keep on that this will pick up somehow, even though there's no evidence of that. But then it's like, what would you want to do? You know? What can you see yourself doing? And in a way, you have the vision, you have the intention. Say you, and I was getting at, what you would do in the in-between is what you're willing to do, you know. Live stream, chill, fish, whatever. But the idea of, okay, so say you did, what if I paid all my bills doing tarot? I'm in my highest timeline, life coaching, all that. Then what? What would you do? Where would you go? Would you be more willing to walk around like a tourist and spend money? Um, Go to events, buy tickets somewhere, go to games. You know what I'm saying? Get a car, learn how to drive, all that stuff. Or brush up on your skills of driving. Like, what would you do if money wasn't that obligation? Or if it was paid or free from or whatever. And have nomadic experiences. Or would you still be aligned with helping others, talking to others, coaching others, which is what you're doing now? And then for, short measure, you could say, oh, the house and the mansion and because in a weird way, it's like it is an illusion. It is a game of, that story of the fisherman. What would you be doing otherwise? Yeah. And are you doing everything that you want to do? And what happens if you are doing everything that you want to do? What if I'm doing everything that I want to do? And this is it. Can you look at it like that? What if I'm just someone that doesn't really want to do all that? That's funny. That's funny. And then you have victory. You have victory here in the public eye. Being acknowledged, being noticed, all that stuff. Okay, let me do some tarot real quick and then we'll see what else wants to come out here. I'm going to record some tarot for TikTok. Stick around. Thucker and Thuckatash. Alright, guys. This is going to be for Pisces. Okay, the card of Pisces is coming out here. This is typical of jealousy, envy, greed, things of that nature. This is coveting, covetous, warmth, faith, worship almost. These are two high-ranking officials. Okay. I don't wanna act so high and mighty, 'cause tomorrow I may. Okay, there's a rebirth going on here. This is my phoenix from the ashes. This could be two sides of the same, being, the same one, different aspects. At times, they're asking, why do others have this, that, and the third? But then they're grateful and thankful. And then in the midst of that, toggling between the Piscean, I believe, I don't believe, paradox that it's symbolically, representative of. There's this rebirth, okay? What's the rebirth? Okay, there's a completion, there's a cycle being completed here. Okay. And you could go on and on about kicking the can of time and waiting down the road. But this is an ending of a phase or something. And so maybe you have been experiencing silence or death or a slowing up in some regard of your life. And you're waiting for it to kick back up or pick back up. It could be customers, clientele, things of this nature. And as people are graduating from the past to seeking to walk through the doorway of spirituality and understanding and learning, it requires time. But what's important is that time in between, so that you're not just waiting, you're kind of enjoying. You're still living life, while you're waiting for maybe the physical pieces to fall into place. This is you being there as a landing pad with experience, expertise, to help guide others as they begin to walk. It's almost symbolically walking from the old mindset of lack and jealousy to one of realizing the universal gem that they are within them. Powerful one. Okay, let's go to, after Pisces, we'll go backwards, we'll do Aquarius. Okay, got the 10 of Rods here. This is endings, more completions, more endings of cycles, putting down work and effort. It could have been something that you asked for and it's actually coming true. And so maybe at times you're a little asking of yourself, like, what am I going to do now that I'm retired, now that I want to segue from this? Well, you're going to have a lot more room and growth for expansion here. Okay. You might be jumping into a bigger pond, a bigger market, the Wheel of Fortune. Traveling. You could be moving into life coaching, just a completely different market, a completely different availability of yourself. Okay, yeah, just jumping into it. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the ground running. This is also kind of, where do you envision yourself? Where do you see yourself? This may even seemingly be a threshold, a doorway of a point in time, a period of respite, where you actually have time to think. Where could I go? I could go anywhere. I could do anything. I could be everything and anything I want to be. But one of the more precarious questions is, what if I'm already doing everything that I want to do? What if this is it and this is okay? Learning to be okay with your okayness. Now, you'll get a lot out of this from where you're investing this. You'll get a lot of know-how and application amplified of, in the larger scale, bigger pond at large, where I could apply myself, where I could bring my talents to South Beach, by what you're already investing in. Okay? No problem, James. Where are you investing your time? Where are you investing your money here? Okay? Things felt off track. Okay? But I do see something rushing completely forward. And it could be by means of just a completely different modality, a different interchanged way of doing something. Um, it could be on the same track, you know, train track reference metaphor, or again, it could just be a completely different modality or something tangentially related. This is definitely forward victory, though. Coming in. Awesome. Okay, Aquarius. Let's do Capricorn. Capricorn, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is, I believe, a reduction energy. Okay, your options are becoming more um, clear, vivid to you. This is a falling out. This is a divorce energy. There's no finish line. I've been interpreting this as a finish line as of late. And so for me, there's no finish line in sight, which to me references the fact that now we're talking about lifestyle. Now we're talking about sustainability. Okay, the 7 points to the 6. The 6 is about soul compatibility. Okay, the 6 of Cup in particular, it's a soulmate energy. So this is coming out of, instances or ways of living that you really don't see yourself a part of, that you're really not, again, whether it's by choice or whether it's by force or whether it's by, a particular market has been saturated or, you're no longer seeing as many opportunities in that direction, or it could just be that you're over something. It's less to juggle, okay, and thus more sustainable now. Now, obviously, there's this kind of question with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. She's not comfortable there. She's maybe being stretched beyond her comfortability, her means, okay? But this is to slow down, really take inventory of your situation, even if it requires, having a piece of paper and pencil here and scribbling and scratching all around like I've been doing, okay? Even if it's drawing a tarot card and trying to psychoanalyze and break it down to help me with my situation. You got to do that. You got to sit there at the proverbial chalkboard with, pen and pad here and think and let your body and your mind, I should say, do what it needs to do. And that does require a slowing down, a coming out of survival mode. And so it could be that maybe things have dried up for you just so that you can have this, thank God for granting me this moment of clarity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to quote rap nowadays. You got white women singing fucking Wu-Tang on TikTok. But yeah, because you got to acknowledge that your compass has been spinning and flailing for some time. So give that room to burn itself out as you come up with a solution. I'll have more peace. Let's do Capricorn. We have Sagittarius. We have the Five of Pentacles in the upright, Sagittarius. Five of Pentacles, this could be desperation, this could be lack of resources, lack of aid in moving and relocating. This always kind of subtly hints at there are options, but it could be that you're not necessarily wanting to give up a certain amount of freedom or maybe accrue more debt. Okay, but you do have to take care of your baseline needs, obviously. But you have considered cutting, that which no longer serves you. Okay, and flipping the script, changing the rules of the game. You've honestly kind of contemplated changing the rules of the game, and it could be as a result of what you've come to learn through your journeys. Okay, a certain amount of imbalance or instability may be a catalyst for reevaluating, what do I really care about, what do I really want to do, and don't be ashamed if you come to find out that you really don't want to do all that much. So hence why you're cutting away some bait here. Keep on reflecting. Keep on writing your thoughts down, like I told Capricorn, and keep on kind of game planning for what it is that you are really feeling about your options here. This is an essence of walking away. The Eight of Cups in the upright. Maybe no longer having to output as much, generate as much to try to uphold whatever it is that you've been upholding. It could be a certain lifestyle, it could be your own place. There is a spiritual implication here, though. You feel as though that there's something to be said about a hope or a dream or holding out here, because the Nine of Cups is coming, and this is a wish fulfillment, I'll be honest. So there is always that argument of not quitting before the miracle, and there is that wish fulfillment again. There's that miracle that you've been waiting for, Sagittarius. It's interesting because the Nine of Cups is featured. That's a minor arcana wish fulfillment, and the Star card is the major arcana miracle wish fulfillment offering. Scorpio, you have an offer coming, okay, an opportunity in divine timing, okay? So not quitting before that opportunity comes. This is a time of rest, okay? Rejuvenation. You've been fighting for so long, and you're at the point of giving up. You're at the point of throwing in the towel. But as I always say, time in the game. Time in the game. Keep yourself in the game by any means necessary, motherfucker. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. No, you're not. There's a video of that woman at Walmart. She's like, you need Jesus. Let me help you. And then oh, you gotta look it up. Look for that. Look up that video. It's like a crazy white lady in Walmart. You could probably even Google, like, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. Or or go to TikTok and type that in. I guarantee you. It's so good. It's so rich. Watch that. I'm gonna watch that video by the way. So anyways, you're gonna get this Ace of Cups in the upright. This is this offer. This is this emotional solace, this blessing, this peace given to you. And oftentimes, let's admit, peace is wrapped up with finances or an opportunity for finances. Okay, Mr. Chinaski. So this is an offer after you've been fighting for so long. Okay. So keep on talking to God. Keep on praying. Okay. Ho'oponopono. What is it called? Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. Okay. So this is being offered something. Okay, an opportunity given to you, and you're coming across as that fucking spiritual badass here. Okay, that pope, that papa pope, that purple pope. Because God did. We got the keys to success, Tony Robbins. Remember, success is built on momentum, but sometimes you have to rest and rejuvenate. Okay, Zach Galifianakis. And so I think that that's what's going to happen. All right, because you've realized that you're this. You could be a master life number 33, and now you're getting that. That's so funny. Okay, we have Libra. Libra in Latin is free. Free, it means free. Libra, balance, scales, horse, Egyptian. That's my Santos Bonacci impersonation. Okay, so it comes from Spanish. Libro means book. Sorry, I'm being a fucking dork. Okay. Let's go into the Nine of Wands in the upright. Libra, this is about a grudge, a wall. Okay, I wrote down have fun. So you might want to have to tap into having fun and finding enjoyment in life, in the day-to-day, in what you do. Remember, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's tapping into that fun. It's not always just kind of how am I going to make the rent, the bills, survivalism, pay the taxes, and all that stuff. Because when you're in that fun, creative zone and mode, then you stumble upon opportunities and successes and all that stuff. So the Nine of Wands in the upright is kind of asking you to open up, put down the grudges, put down the hard work, the taskmaster approach, get that stick out of your ass, and try to open up more loosely and openly to fun and enjoyment of this. Because this is going to weigh you down. It's going to weigh your energy down. You know what I'm saying? The Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is being straight and direct. This is an energy of presence. Okay. And to me, this allows you to make a beeline to that success. I've said it over and over again. It's like those Chinese finger traps where you loosen up, you bring the fingers together, maybe even in prayer, metaphorically. But you also, I am sticking to the employing the fun aspect of it, the enjoyment of it as you're doing it, as a celebration, as a prayer in and of itself. But that leads you to this here. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. You don't get here through, cutthroat, whatever. You get here through love, fun, and joy, and all that stuff. Don't ever forget that. Okay. The worst enemy of a tyrant is laughter, because it points at the ridiculousness of everything. So remember that. All right. And that's going to bring you here to this actual concrete success. Holler for more. What else? Okay, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is... could feel as though something's not growing in. I remember Aries this the other day. Okay, there's a challenging energy. You want to make sure that you're not tightening around the saw, like a snake tightening around the saw. And you're not just burning yourself. You're not just killing yourself here. It's like swiping at something that's already slashed and burned, swiping at something that's already dead. It could be a pool that you're fishing in, a market that's saturated. Okay, just something to weigh and balance in your own mind, Virgo. If it's not the season, it's not the season. And you just got to be cozy and comfortable and let it play out. And maybe you did do enough. Maybe you did buy enough time. Maybe you are taken care of, and you still just got to wait things out. Okay? Because you can't swipe at what's not there. Swiper knows swiping. You dig? 3 cups in the reverse. This could be lack of like a celebration, lack of joy as well. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're turning that frown upside down and you're employing joy. Okay, that might be personal to someone specific. But try to infuse an energy of celebration in everything that you do. Okay, fun, laughter, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And that's based on how you look at things and your approach. So you could look at things cynically, or you could look at things in this kind of just very like, you know, I still have laughter and fun. And like, how much is that worth? You know what I'm saying? It's invaluable. You can't put a price tag on that. Okay, so even if you don't see the shekels coming in or whatever, or even if in the face of all this stern and seriousness, or maybe action or the initiative isn't there. Maybe you feel like you're doing yourself a disservice. You know, these are all some of the self-doubts that could creep in from the voice that says you're not doing enough. Okay. But again, if you bring that spirit of enjoyment and fun and celebration, the Six of Wands is celebration in the public eye. So you can be a conduit for that expression, the celebration of life and love and joy and fun and happiness as well. Okay, something to keep in the back of your mind. All right, holla for more. Okay, Leo. Okay, here we go. This is happiness. To me, this is real happiness because you're bringing about the spirit of enjoyment, of fun, pleasure, creativity. Okay, for this to come out in the 5th house of Leo here, who we're reading for. And others might see that as well. Okay, others might see the different sides of you. We're actually able to have fun and enjoy and all that. No matter what it is. And that is a form of self-love. Okay, that's a form of, I can't keep this breakneck speed up, this breakneck pace. I need to let my hair down. Okay, regardless of whatever the financial standing is, regardless of I've had the heartbreak long enough, let me flip the script on a bitch and tap into that which can never be taken or lost, which is, you know, that smile, that heart, that joy, that humor, your sense of humor, you know, which could be some of the very things that people take umbrage with you for, you know. You see something rushing in, could be someone to help you, aid you, facilitate after no communication. Okay, someone that you may have given your power away to. Someone that may have been in the periphery at the falling out of a twin flame. Okay, something's big is coming in the next full moon. Okay, look for that to be revealed. Someone close to home, maybe. Something that you've been manifesting. Okay, any more on what this is? To me, this is an action. This is a firepower. This is an impetus. This is a motivation. This is a catalyst. Scorpio Sag, by the way. Okay, Scorpio energy, double. Masculine. Could be a masculine Scorpio. I'm seeing a child and a father. Could be your father that you're speaking to. This is definitely being in the Garden of Eden, though, feeling like the sun and life and you're in tune is shining upon you. Okay, but again, that comes from that pleasure principle, that joy, that grace, that enjoyment of life. Okay, so you could tap into that here and now. How? Okay, Cancer. Cancer, my love. The Empress always bodes well for money, love. Okay, Venus, ruling planet. I believe she's in Capricorn, powering our sector of long-term goals, achievements, grace, a gift, a blessing, something like this. She's pregnant with child. She's bringing karma. She's bringing universal karmic justice and balance. Okay, so she could have bought you some more time in the game. Okay, she's alleviating your worry. She's getting on that phone. She's like, girl, I got to tell you what the Emperor did last week. He tried to cut his own hair. The Three of Wands is looking to new horizons, maybe setting your ships for sail, maybe waiting your ships to return. The Eight of Swords in the reverse is coming out of that thinking, coming out of that word. You said that that's what the Empress did. Tarot's like, yes, thank you. I'm going to take this moment for Ho'opono Ono. Okay, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. That is a chant that you might want to practice. Okay, the Hawaiian concept of Ho'opono Ono. I think I'm saying that wrong. Ho'opono Ono. Okay, thank you, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry. Okay. It also sounds like the modern man's motto for marriage. Take that alliteration to the bank. But apparently, if you say that phrase, if you chant that mantra, I'm sorry, I love you, thank you, please forgive me, in whatever order, it's the universal consciousness, the universal awareness in you stepping in through a universal form of personhood and taking responsibility for the injustices in the world, right? And so it's the theory is that anyone can take responsibility as a part of the divine. And in that phrasing, in that practice, in that mantra, shed light upon those negative occurrences or feelings. Okay, and in that way you can be the Empress doing that. How for more. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, you're open, you're receptive. You may also be clinging, okay, because you feel like you're a camel crossing the desert right now. But you will and you would want to flow in this moment. Remember the flowing principle of this river says that there's still joy and fun to be had. You know what I'm saying? This guy could go for a dip, he could swim on his back, he could go for an adventure. Okay. Two of Cups in the upright, that might lead to some sort of connection. Okay. That might lead to a new opportunity here if you put yourself out there. This says that you're looking good, you're ripe for the picking. And you will be on someone's radar. Yeah, to me overall, this is more so just like a get on your bike, you know, and go for a ride. You know, not really having a rhyme or a reason to it, but maybe just putting yourself out there just to kind of get in connection with the flow of things is how it's coming across. Like switching up that kind of energy, you know, just for fun, just for leisure, just for enjoyment. You know, like I said, jumping in this guy jumping in this river and go floating, just for the sake of it, you know, just to come out of, you know, if it's conflicting action or what have you. Let me see if anything else wants to come out for you. What time do we have? Okay, this is, riding the wave, riding the emotion, trusting that things will continue to be revealed. And this is a go out and explore type energy. Okay, you'll be surprised at what you come across when you just go out there just for the sake of putting yourself out there. All right? It'll help, raise your spirits. Okay? It's like a set it, forget it. You have to walk away from the manifestation for the miracle. Okay, this is going to be for Taurus. Okay, this is your energy in the reverse. This is trailblazing, carving your own path, moving your energy, relocating. This could even just be jumping in your car and driving just to switch up the energy, get off the beaten path, allowing the universe to bless you, things like that. If you feel like things have been very silent, this is going out there and getting it, okay? Or at least putting yourself in a different position locally. This is a rebirth energy, phoenix from the ashes. So this is why you might be seeing like a slow up. Yes, this came out again previously, and now it's coming out again. Very kind of fortuitous. This is a completion of a lesson, a chapter, a big closing from one to the next, which is why you're experiencing what you're going through right now. This is setting the course for stable action moving forward. Okay, it could be towards family, friends, an offer, an opportunity, bringing the walls down. Okay, and an opportunity for happiness and joy here. Okay, someone is overseeing this. Okay, this is leaving that devil energy. which is not seeing a future, not having a vision. Okay, so this is letting go of maybe what you've been holding on to tightly. There's been no end in sight. I'm reading this as no finish line here. Trying to strategize and plan. Okay, but maybe it's moving away from stability and it's just causing more issues and troubles than need be. There's an offer, there's an opportunity that you can make someone, possibly. Positive action or expression can help someone gain balance, maybe even you. One hand washes the other hand. This is a new start, cutting away, cutting bait, possibly. And this is divinely timed, orchestrated. This could even be putting you in a position to find your divine twin flame counterpart, twin flame soulmate. So something to think about, Taurus, from more. That's interesting. That was a very interesting read. Because you have carving out your own path, trailblazing, leaving, relocating, travel, could be long, short, big move, small move, short move. In the face of no communication, putting down the past, which is leading to actual happiness, and then someone overseeing that. Masculine, high-ranking someone, something overseeing that. Or a landlord. Coming out of this tradition. Or this contract. Leaving in the face of this. And still, other than that, putting down your walls and barriers to maybe family. Coming out of this where you have no end in sight, maybe. Letting go. Something that you've been trying to hold on to. But maybe it's not doing anything and there's no end in sight. There's no finish line, maybe. And then you offering this woman this opportunity that Could be the mother figure or something like that. It's mom. And she's been feeling emotionally solo anyways. And then, or maybe feeling like he's never coming home. Then maybe there's a healthy expression coming out of this challenging energy. And then maybe it puts you back in the right place in the right time. Maybe a twin flame soulmate. Because you're saying that, again, there's been no something, because it's died and it's rebirthing, but then you're leaving and then you're making this concerted effort back to the past, to this moment. You know what I'm saying? What is that, like a moving home type? That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. that's crazy. This idea of like, you're supposed to have babies. That's funny. How are you? Take care of the babies. Have babies. That's funny. It's so crazy. You're supposed to procreate with this woman. That's insane. Ugh. That's what you're telling me. Move home triggers that. I'm just enjoying my profile. I just like how it looks. Anyway. Okay, let's see what wants to come out for Aries. So high and mighty. Okay, Taurus's reading was crazy. Let's do Aries last but not least. Okay, this is free of debt. This is money being influx. Okay, in the account. Okay. This is finances booming, popping, banging. You're killing it. This is your cryptocurrency is looking good. Your USD is looking good. You got money in the bank. You got credit to spend. And that's a lifestyle. That's a lifestyle. Lifestyles of the rich and the famous. Okay. Because that is your universal justice. Divine Dharma. Dharma. Okay, because things have been off track, slowed up, not coming in. That's because whip it good, whip it, whip it. Okay, young Renzel, Ricky Bounce. You've been fighting for it. Ooh-wee. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Make sure to pop the P on the pentacle. This is money on money on money in the bank. This is like 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure. Tapping into the joy and the excitement and the reception of it, the receptivity of it. Thank you. Thank you. It's already yours. Just say thank you. And feel that excitement. Feel that joy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you. That's what that is. Woo-wee! I can't make this up, y'all. I shuffled this shit. I knew I was in for a doozy because Taurus threw me for a fucking spin loop-de-loop. Watch that video. But this shit right here, this shit right here. Ace of Cups, do you know that shit is coming to you? That is a deliverance. Okay, checks in the mail. You can do a mobile deposit on that shit. Ace of Cup, it's coming to you. That offer, that opportunity, that emotional solace, that peace of mind. Okay, it's coming. Oh shit! You got the Ten of Cups. Bang bang. Read them and weep. Sign, seal, delivered. I'm yours. Jesus. That shit was crazy. That was nuts. Crazy. It's 2 years last time I've ever seen it. Okay, this is crazy. It's 2 years last time I've ever seen it. Okay, this is free of death. It's crazy. It's 2 years last time I've ever seen it. Okay, this is free of debt. This is money being influx. Okay, in the account. Okay. This is finances moving, popping. Okay. That shit was crazy. That was a hell of a fucking reading, I'll tell you that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This reading. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's 2 years. Okay. This is free of debt. That's crazy. Oh, hold on. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Opa, bono. Bono. Chubona.
This took me like 30 years to figure out, and I figured it out with this tour. There's a lot of potential you locked in your genetic code. And then if you put yourself in a new situation, then the stress, that's the situation stress that's produced by that particular situation unlocks those genes and it builds new parts of it. So that's very cool because who knows how much there is locked inside of you. This took me like 30 years to figure out, and I figured it out with this tour.
Crazy. It's 2 years. I was confused. Okay, this is free of debt. This is money influx. Okay, in the account. Okay.
See, this is nice. The troops, these are best. Jesus, that's here. Jesus, nice. The troops, these are best. Jesus, nice. The troops, these are best. No pocket out. Ah, okay. No pocket out. No pocket out. It's not a 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 Oh, he's legendary. Oh, he's legendary. Oh, he's legendary. Attack, already. Attack, already. Every time I love it. Every time I love it. Every time I love it.
What the fuck is all this shit? What kind of fucking demonic ass shit is it?
Where they serve you pork and give you the sauce to add to it. Here,
Lie about your father. If you lie about your father, what do you tired of it, bro. Just had enough. If you can't talk to me, let me play. You're a puppet. All you are. You got all the money, everything, but you know what you don't have? You don't have no heart. And I'm going to tell you something else. You ain't got people. You don't want to talk to your father because you couldn't handle it. 81 years old. You couldn't handle this guy like this. And when you said I beat up kids, I beat up other women, Joe Harrison was, when you bought it, in your house anymore. How could I get away with that?
Lazy. So psychotic.
You owe me a bigger power.
Joe, you particularly had a very young age. And unfortunately, you did not get to grow up with the man that we were fortunate enough to grow up with, that my kids are fortunate enough to grow up with.
This man too, man. This lots of shit out of kids.
When he went to college, after he had to pick up gun.
It beats the shit out of him. So like for a living, all these Italian, New Jersey psychopaths.
He said the Italians in North Jersey were psychotic. A lot of these Italians. Joe, I'm 81 years old. I never met a psychotic Italian.
These crazy ass Italian, psychopath Italians over here, you know what? We know one thing for sure. You know what I'm saying? We're not caught up in the bullshit over here, Hollywood and all that, bro. We got some real roots, okay? And this man is a real root, bro. You always revert back to the roots, bro. What you know, man? Sit on the other side of the table, man. No cameras right now, bro. And not me. Don't worry, I'm me.
I'm sorry that all this happened to you. From the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. Because you will never know what you have missed out on in life. I love when I see the comments. They just want the money. They want the money, baby. I have a box, Pandora's box. And if I open it, Joe, then you get really ugly. So we don't roll that way. Us psychopaths from New Jersey, we don't roll that way.
Italian psychopath.
Italian psychopaths. Whether or not you like it or not,
You're Italian.
he's 3/4 Italian, no 9 legs.
I don't know. You better look in the mirror real quick. It's about time to become a man, Joe, and get to reality. You were wrong. You lied. We all know you lied.
To everybody's mindful on something, okay? You looking at a real cop, real detective, okay? It's record is squeaky clean. Just get that perspective.
Joe, in front of everybody, looking at you and I'm talking. Come here, sit down, and me and you talk. That's it. I won't tell nobody what was said. I'm a stand-up guy. I ain't like you making up stories so I can make money. I don't do that shit. Especially family. I don't do that. But I'm going to tell you something, Joe. Before you go, and you come here, you say, go buy themselves more.
The men that don't have their fathers can listen and can only sit beside them one more last time. I know that's deep. It's coming out here and just trying to claim this self-esteem, bro.
Tell you what I believe in, Joe. Family is everything. Everybody else you meet, you meet around Broadway, you meet this, you meet that. Everybody else is a bus ride. You get out and you get off. But family is part of that, part of that, part of that. I'm part of it. If something don't do shit. I'm going to
Our families that were very, very close. No matter what goes on in our family, it's always stayed with our family. This whole joke is something very new to us. It's the only way to respond to him. We've contacted him privately. He doesn't want to hear what we have to say. He doesn't want to hear us. He doesn't want to hear the truth. But here's the thing. When you make an accusation, you have to back up the proof. When there's no proof, there's no truth you're saying. So we have a box full of proof, Joe. We have proof from the Attorney General's office. We have proof from the police department. We have proof from legal cases. Whatever you said, my father's a psychopath. My father beat children. My father beat women. My father beat the mother. We have proof, Joe, that it never happened. We're proof. We're the proof. Where's your proof? My father wants with 25 minutes alone with you. No cameras, nobody around.
And Joe, do me a favor when you leave. When you report card from the college, you want to drama school. I know you had to pay that.
It's too close to the story. Okay, so for all you Joe Rogan fans out there, Joe's been telling his side of the story for 27 plus years. Now it's time for the original Rogans to tell our side of the story. Unfortunately, Joe didn't want to address that because he doesn't know how. So we have to address it with you on social media.
You lied about it. Your father.
It's so weird.
If you lied,
And you're paying.
Okay, this is your energy in the reverse. This is trailblazing, carving your own path, moving your energy, relocating. This could even just be jumping in your car, driving, just to switch up the energy, get off the beaten path, allowing the universe to bless you, things like that. Sorry, thank you. This reading was crazy. Let's take Aries last but not least. Taurus. Okay, this is your energy in the reverse. This is trailblazing, carving your own path, moving your energy, relocating. This could even just be Taurus. Taurus. Okay, this is your energy in the reverse. This is trailblazing, path, moving your energy, relocating. This could even just be jumping in your car and driving, just to switch up the energy, get off the beaten path, allowing the universe to bless you, things like that. If you feel like things have been very silent, this is going out there and getting it. Okay. that you're receptive. You might also be clean. Okay, because you feel like you're a camel crossing the desert right now. Um, Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, you're open, you're receptive. Okay, this is your energy in reverse.
In other words, what a great book to set up your sharpshooter.
I would say,
Absolutely, yes. Everything Red Heart does has a purpose.
takes away so much power in your legs. It's so painful.
And Red Heart, win the World Television Championship here tonight. The WCW Midsummer Classic is playing out. Here's the backbreaker. Red Heart right now has it in high gear. Up and down. Oh, we got a 2-10. What can you already close that down?
What have to do to beat this man? He's thinking right now. We have to be a little better.
Russian leg sweep. Covers 1, 2. With Booker T. Now we get a little bit of frustration. After the Russian leg sweep, you look down at the fans that are the same for him. And now he really wants to advance and almost like he's sort of advancing in behind Booker T. Hopefully not so he can knock him down again like today. During the honorable attack by President Hitman Harvard, you certainly can't question the effectiveness of it.
I'd be working more on the back. I'd slap on that abdominal stretch. I'd give a couple of good hard turnbuckles. Maybe an atomic drop, go for a backbreaker. Just keep working on that back position.
Restricting the rules. You are seeing why Bret Hart is one of the greats. I mean, Bret Hart knows how to dispel them. There is no limit. Booker T. Goes him up. The 2 count in Bret Hart's game.
See right there, he doesn't have the strength in his legs anymore. His back is so injured, so much pain.
Tried to roll it on out of the guard, which tried to just hit out the leg pressure. Come up with an even midsection.
The ref should notice that. He usually sits up in that breakdance position. He can barely get up.
That's right, Brady. Really trying on a good point here that he is not the Booker T that we've seen, but here's the trying to get the action. Here's the back of the neck.
Look how slowly he's getting up.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's not able to fall over.
Whenever he walks around, he's almost limping.
He may not be the Booker T because, as we know, because he's in a lot of places, but he's still Booker T. He can't get in that time up. Here comes that break down to it.
But he didn't put him up like he usually does.
It's one knee, and then run it from there.
Walk it off. That's what he's gonna do.
Understandable. Sure. Well, he's been through here. He's first. This will not take make the finish. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and up on the rope.
He knows where he's at all times. Springs out of the ring. Put the top lift. That's a throw.
That's one of Booker T's primary moves on this contest. Oh my goodness! But he wiped him out with the chair. He hit him a second time. The second time when he hit the chair on the back of the head. That's the 3rd time now that chair has come into play between Bret Hart and Booker T. He wiped him out with the chair, and I tell you, he's going to roll him back in a race once and more to it. Like, in this building, we've already
Walking in Memphis. let's go to Cancer. The Empress. Always well for money, love, and Venus, planet evolution. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, for Cancer. The Empress. Always goes well for money, love, and Venus, planet evolution, Capricorn, power, and art. Scepter of long-term goals, achievements, grace, gift, and blessing. She's pregnant with a child. She's bringing karma. She's bringing universal karmic justice, balance. And so she could have bought some more time in the game. And she's alleviating her worry. She's giving that funnel to the Let's go to this is your energy. This is trailblazing carving.
inside, and if I look over, stop this express.
Scheduled for last month's Great American Tax Game, thankfully that the injury may not be able to take his place.
Where's he now?
This man has a desire to win, I would say, on the same level as anybody in the sport that wants to win, and he proved it professional. He has a desire. And I know he would rather, but I should know where it's at. I think he's on 10. And he knows. He's got the ability to know.
Both teams trying with one win.
Think of that.
Hey, get over, you made that time, you get a winner and over. They said he got time, which is too much, man.
You know how to go.
I'm singing over the line. 4, I'm singing over the line. 400. Alright. That's information. That's just information. When you start writing from information, doesn't account. You have to convert that information into inspiration. I know it like with this corner makes me feel like that. It's again, form of information, your inspiration. So that when that sunroof opens up, when you do find that beautiful 90 minutes of skies parting and getting a connection, you can be more prepared with the information. You know how to go. I don't think he ever decided, I can tell you that. When the same shit that Goldberg eats, I'll pick up LG use it Goldberg. And he responds in time, get out, try to find some time, but the way she moved that time, putting on top of the head. Enough to put him down.
Of the heading flash.
The heading flash. Hit 1, 2, get up.
He kicked out of that fisherman suplex. That's his cabinet. Oh, they left him on the clothesline. Fear the spear.
Spear hit again. It looks like he's out.
Oh, he is out. Trying to make him up. Here's step 1. Her heading just became big for number 112.
Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, you're open and you're receptive. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, this is your energy in the reverse. This is trailblazing, carving your own path, moving your energy, relocating. This can even just be jumping in your car and driving, just to switch up. It's crazy. It's 2 areas. Okay, this is free of debt. This is money being influx. Okay, in the account. Okay, Leo. Okay, Leo. Okay, here we go. This is happiness. To me, this is real happiness because we're gonna have a tag team main event, but right now, Xavier was beat up this awesome matchup.
happiness. To me, this is real happiness because you're bringing about the spirit of enjoyment, of fun, pleasure, creativity. Okay, for this to come out. Excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the match at the beach, this is the final match of the evening. A tag team match like no other in the history of professional wrestling. The tag team match bigger than any title, trophy, or championship belt.
Okay, let's go to Gemini.
Are you ready? WCW and NWO fans, are you ready?
Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, for Cancer, the Empress always bodes well for money, love. Okay, Venus, the planet, I believe she's in Capricorn, power in our sector. Okay. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, for Leo. to Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is, I could feel as if something's not growing in. I remember Aries had this the other day. Okay, there's a challenging,
It is my prayer for so many sinners. My way is so real to the enthusiasm. Standing 6 feet, hiding the fall, it weighs 261 pounds. They have chased him away. For over a decade, we have been recognized as the strongest man in professional wrestling. Tonight, better and stronger than ever. Plans to deliver mail like it's never been delivered before. It is part of the mailman. Oh! These four big athletes, four of those great acrobatic sports world, are center stage. One of those anticipated battles ever. Battles that have been in the making all year. But keep off of. And my you saw him go to the one club behind. You saw him get tangled up, go to the hardwood. They have taken on to the wrestling ring. Any man is my story on Sunday Chicago. Self-made man, equals champion in the people here. Certainly, the working man champion as well. He has a vendetta like his Hollywood Hogan, and he has brought to the ring of this struggle. A struggle that's been well documented in many news agencies. Also, was a part of the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, when they all came out and literally almost got it on right there. But now all the talking is over. It's an old, no-move line where it's 3 years. They're proof, or not proof, these two great basketball players, who the better man is, when they hung it up here too. Never shut up.
This has to be one of the first times ever on paper in a major sports product, and we just talked about money between the mail-in, Marvel Malone, and Billy Swanton has been transferred to the wrestling ring. Remember those replays from the final series? Remember that intense defensive battle between these two? That solid defensive finish line certainly credited to part of Chicago's series win over Utah alone as payback in score.
Well, game 4, broken ball. Whoa! I believe so. That's what we've been talking about. That Mahone was not having a game of ball run that was working out of our boat. My golly, all that was the stop. And it's going to be. Who's going to be him? We brought Shaw out of the mailman. Referee calls for down. Oh, he's cool. Believe you me. On the other side of the ball. Striking, you may not only there's any points about that. Great
Despite only being 6'6", 120 pounds, the incredible athlete he is.
Let me go again. Now, what is he trying to do? He's getting upset. Trying to make a long make a mistake. That's what all the color. What was it? You second action. You make a big mistake. Tag me. You'll be all right. Look at him. A lot of movement around the ring. You know, two separate sides of the coin here. The work ethic. Rock that product, the energy that's going to talk about the mailman, TV, look at that. Stop the angle there. Talking about the work ethic, mental tradition, with Carmelon and Niagara Dallas Vegas. Compare that to what Hollywood represents. Compare that to what Boston represents, like really not even coming to practice sometimes during the course of the playoffs. He's got the ring. Yes, he does. And he was an instrumental part in Chicago. Nobody denied him. Nobody denied him, but everybody was. Go back to last year, back to the beach. He and Hogan were playing the tag team. And look at this. Side headline by Dennis Rodman. In the ropes.
Has been going through some very intensive, very heavy training in suburban Atlanta, Georgia, at the power plant. But one can only imagine what activities that Dennis Rodman has engaged in over the course of the past couple of weeks. And only a small portion of those activities made the national press.
So far, Rodman very successful. If nothing else, I think I heard big old slap in your gums and pull those in. Well, I said it was something along and holding in the ring. All of a sudden. That's right. And then Trey over there, along with a little flex of his own here in the center of the ring. As great athlete as Malone is, you don't want to get too overconfident with the master himself. Not this guy. Hollywood Hogan. You'll make me make a mistake. You'll make me look bad. You'll make me want to pull your own out to get to him.
And awful confident will be called along.
Look at the wingspan. I mean, from fingertip to fingertip, it's like a cardboard. Back into the ropes again. With his first wrestling all, he hooks up to Hollywood Hogan here. Hogan has to break the rope, but Carl pulling back to the center of the ring again. And Hogan sees referees to the corner of the ring. Rope from one side, he pull away again. Malone will have none of it here. All rules, Frank.
Last Monday at Nitro, he laid out Kurt Hennig and didn't follow along.
successfully, very definedly, obviously very slowly, then Scotland has turned into a place of his match. And say what you want to about him, he's not doing that much of except to decide that like what he is taking command of this match.
Well, he doesn't have to work to you. He just doesn't agree. Oh, no, it's just his hair.
He ended up calling an elbow with Lyman and just pulled him down to the mat.
Wow. What do you expect? Things are right now, we're going to let's go on and pick. They're getting frustrated now. How about that?
Something he didn't expect. He is surrounding the ring.
Now they hook it up. Here we go. It would be the Rodman's advantage. I would think to stay away from a guy like DDP. Oh! Whoa! Rodman hit very, very high that time. Back away. Not even hooking. But helping with his feet. Stay around back. I think probably almost hit Hammerman or something medium with the back. Did you hit that time?
First time he hit Hammerman.
Stop it.
That was accidental.
Yes, it was. Collision. Running inside the line. Rodman looking at DDP right away. Rodman comes off. DDP throws him down. And now DDP rolls him over. First attempt to win. And 2 count on Rodman. Rodman kicked away to hurry that time.
Okay.
Rodman is looking at pretty awfully hard to keep that new radar, isn't it?
Maybe he's there.
Maybe it's hell.
Okay, can't.
Yeah, let's on the side headline.
Okay, Leo. Okay, here we go. This is active. To me, this is real happiness because you're bringing about the spirit of enjoyment, fun, pleasure, creativity. Okay, for this to come out in the 50th.
See, that's laws and experience. You expect that. You should have hit Rodman in the ring. You should have pulled Rodman in the ring. That's what happened.
The great in national basketball here as well. C.C. Murray from Washington along. We've seen Antoine Garland of Utah. Also Mike Russell of Utah here as well. This is Joey up for the Scrabble Boy Bucks. Here 1 team on. And the other night, and so far, these two phenomenal basketball players have come to fight. And it's shown us a lot athletic ability-wise. Unpolished pro wrestlers, no question. But no denying, great athletes will always rise to the occasion. You can see that right here.
I'm not happy at the top of this one, although he used his sheer strength to take it down to the back. Now he's playing the ball in the hair, which obviously he cannot do. I find him a double slave, no less than a blow to the head.
The worm.
But get out.
Okay, cancel. Okay, Virgo.
Rapid fire
Seven.
blows to the original lows, to the face, to the chin, of the mailman. And now they choke off.
Okay, Virgo. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse is. Could feel as though something's not growing in. I remember Aries had this the other day. Okay, there's a challenging energy. You want to make sure that you're not tightening around the saw.
I'm expecting you to be tomorrow, baby, huh?
Slip me on the face. Push it down the forehead. Say it again.
Okay, we have Libra.
Let's go again.
Okay, we have Libra. Libra in Latin is free. Free means free. Libra, balance, and scales. Or it's different. That's my Santos Bonacci impersonation.
Eagle for Gentry. How about this now? Rosie Red for Hollywood Hogan. And we're seeing some fine teamwork here by Hogan and Rodman. And Carl is in trouble. 1, 2. A different type of trouble than he used to, I'm sure. That trouble level.
They wrote this out.
Now he'll need to work with another teammate. Look for that down the stage of the court. So recap there. If we know, below, as you can tell, the biggest and a long reach. May not take it as long to get to the quarter as it would other things.
He just continues to trash talk alone. Do this co-op on the team everything NWO exemplifies. And the cover.
A lot of them too, but we're not getting through yet.
This is a whole new
Second
neighborhood for Malone. He's never been here before. You can work on all you want in the gym for as long as you want. It's different when you're here in that ring in front of people for the money.
with the knee in the back of the leg, and the reaching on the as the desperately gets explored, he can continue to get notice how he's taking the game trying to force the hand away from the chin, but Hogan got the leverage. Here's going to try to discover again. No, it's not. He has a chokehold once again from Hollywood.
Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is
Target.
could feel as
Well, he position after he knocked Rodman down also.
So you now being a hitter, strong little man, Hollywood was. Argument ensues for the referee. Casey Rodman back to the corner, and right there, a little bit of inexperience from what I believe. Malone was close enough to make a tag, but he didn't realize where he was. That's a ring presence that you only get by years in the ring. Once again,
okay, we have Libra. Libra in Latin is free. Free means free. Libra, balance, and scales. Or it's different. That's my Santos Bonacci impersonation. Okay, so it comes from Spanish, Libra.
that does not be so believed to have us all in one. There's the inspiration time. And here's on stage. There's the stage. That's right. That's what we're looking for here. Oh, there's the image. Some good teamwork again.
Okay, Leo.
You're not kidding. With the man down on the knee, other way, he came in with a surge of energy. Diving down the stage. Here by Hollywood Hogan. He ain't come back like Days Fordham and the hands of the former world champ and the world.
Everything we expected from this NWO team. NWO black and white, total disregard for authority in this matchup. And here it is, the double team tactics again.
Hey, sit the boss, I know, team, and he's around once again. Here's the cover again, he's out. With a 6-foot cover by Hogan. The level of pressure is a hard leg, and connecting the man down. there was any key element that was put to a wrestling match that Rodman and Malone would excel in, and that would be to keep your win right up and down the basketball court. Many reporters say rightfully so that basketball players are truly the most remarkable athletes in all sports.
Like 5 or 6 miles a night.
Oh, when they go back and forth and back and forth. So you would think that getting the second round or getting the third round would not be much of a stretch for these guys. They can go to these.
Rodman knows how to cut off the ring, doesn't he?
Yeah, he certainly does.
Front face lock, he's treating you in the corner and turns you over.
The disciples holding the cross.
I think what we have seen in the preparation for this match, the two teams, one was working on motion, DDP and Malone, and the other one was being fundamentally sound preparing for this. I really believe that right now it's showing us that Rodman and Hogan a little bit more prepared than DDP and Malone.
On two occasions, DDP and Malone called Rodman out, and the purpose was to despite his absence on both occasions. Maybe a training in secret.
Hogan covers it. Hogan gets it. Look at this. How about that Rodman grab the collar on Smoke Rodman and drag him all the way to the water and let him go? And he thought he should have been over. But you know, even though they could win a match, even though Hogan would love to be the big page, somewhere in the back of the line and Dennis Rodman, he wants to be Malone. And the same thing can be said for Malone. He wants to win, but he would love to beat Dennis Rodman.
Good teamwork here. Stay there just long enough to break it out.